Well, hello everyone. Let's update on the battle for Alphatia. Well, this has actually turned out to be very interesting. Very quick so far, but very interesting, and it is kind of played out in its own way like a Warhammer 40k novel. Well, we know from the initial plan is Chaos decided to land here. The Space Marines here, and then they landed their Chaos cultists and their armies over here. Well, there was 150 units of the Imperial Guard. They're all dead in that container now, and the blue ones you see are the ones they've piled up from the Planetary Defense Force. They killed everything. Yeah, that they did. They took the walls, they overwhelmed everything, and they literally fed all of their troops to try to defend the communications tower. And right up there at the lip is where their leader fell. Now, what Chaos did here, they did something very chaotic. They threw all 400,000 of the cultists at the lines of the salamanders. And as you can see, the salamanders are still here. And Giant Space Chaos Kitty. Well, the salamanders destroyed 400,000 men right here. And we know that salamanders like to lose flame. So that would have been quite impressive because right here was a pyre of 400,000 men. And no doubt that smoke obscured the defenses here for when the first wave of chaos hit. And the first wave of Chaos Space Marines has already hit. And the Sisters of Battles that were manning the walls are gone. Now these that you see right here, these are all of the Space Marines that is left. The initial Chaos attack, it turned out there was so many surplus Chaos Space Marines that they actually formed into two groups. The first group, the smaller one, has already attacked. And as you can see, a lot. Because, there's supposed to be 100 of those guys and supposed to be 100 of those guys. Not anymore. Now, this is the plan. The Chaos, they're worshippers of Core, and their plan's pretty simple. We're going over that wall and we're killing everyone. Now, the Imperium, they have a different plan. When that giant army of Chaos Space Marines moves forward, they are going to attack them from the flank. And then the remaining salamanders are going to attack from the other flank. And they are going to try to destroy them from three sides. Now, numerically, no one knows what's going to happen. This war could go either way. Now, over here, we had the cultists, and they ended up having it out with the Planetary Defense Forces and caused major damage over here, but were defeated. Now, the salamanders have had the Arbites and what's left of the Planetary Defense Force on this side be ready to defend the hive. And all of these units are going to merge while this attack is happening over here. And these guys over here, they're not even a full 20. That chapter of, little less than a chapter of Space Marines are going to sacrifice their lives. But they're going to distract them long enough for the salamanders to hit them from behind. And this is the Imperium's plan. A decisive battle right here, and it's about to decide it all. And nobody knows who's going to win except the Giant Space Kitty. What do you think, Giant Space Kitty? So, Rachella's here enjoying the battle. Chaos has used the sacrifices over here and summoned the giant space cat. She says, I'm thinking about jumping on you. Please don't. So, yes, you can see that Chaos has unleashed the kitty, and hopefully she won't destroy the Imperial forces, or, it'll definitely be one-sided. You can see here that, all of this was messed up because this is where the cultists and the PDF were fighting, while the Space Marines were up here burning 400,000 Chaos Warriors. So yes, that's the Chaos plan. They're going straight forward, and then the Space Marines are going to hit them from three sides. The remaining Sisters of Battle have fallen back to their fortifications. A little bit of the PDF is rallied over here. The PDF took over defense of the spaceport because if all goes, the fortunate thing for them is they do have the spaceport. Unfortunately, those Chaos Space Marines move fast. And at one point on one round, they almost overwhelmed the walls in the first assault. And if that had happened, which it came very close to, that entire force of Chaos would already be in the bastion. And it would be all over except for the screaming and the gnashing of teeth. Now, I've found out for Warhammer 40K, it's best to do them in firing lines of 20. So I'm going to go with that with the hard rules. But in reality, my Space Marine rule on the 10-sided dice of giving the Space Marine a +5, I give them automatic initiative on first engagement. And the thing is if the Space Marine kill all 20 of the other line, then it will be considered first engagement again, and the Space Marines will automatically get initiative. And in that way, I've managed to find rules that completely simulate the Space Marine effect. Like I say, there is 400,000 that went over here at half a chapter of Space Marines, and over time, they ate them up. So I have the good effect. I've given the Sisters of Battle +1 against heretics, but I'm not considering Chaos Marines a heretic. I'm considering them a Space Marine. So, the Sons of Dorn have fortified the spaceport over here with barricades, but Chaos isn't going to do that. They're going to attack right here and go around, while collecting skulls for the Skull Throne. So, the next video you will find out how the battle for Alphatia ended. Chaos against the Imperium. Now, the Salamanders, they did lose their champion. But that's the only big important person that got nailed so far. Other than, the poor commander over here, and the head of the Sisters is over here. So, they're going to do their things, and I've got a head of a PDF over here as a blue unit, and he's going to be my Ultramarine captain when I do Ultramarines versus Tyranids. You can see I'm not an Ultramarine fan. Now, everyone, please put your comments below and any questions.